Greetings, I'm McDonald, President of MOR Associates, and I want to welcome you to this exceptional leadership development opportunity you're about to enter into. In the months ahead, you're going to have an opportunity to really work on self, to help you develop your leadership capability. In addition, you also have the opportunity to work with your colleagues to develop the distributed leadership capability needed by your enterprise to meet the challenges in the years ahead. At MOR Associates, we believe in stretch and challenge, and we hope you'll take advantage of this terrific chance to really build your capability. My advice is jump in quickly, go to the deep end of the pool, and make the most out of this. In the next few minutes, you're going to hear from my colleagues and from some participants about what to expect in the months ahead. We look forward to sharing this leadership journey with you.
I'm Jim Bruce. For 20 years, I was CIO at MIT and professor of electrical engineering. Every time there was a technical manager position open in my organization, I was very good in selecting an extremely qualified technical leader. And then we watched he or she not do as well as we'd expected because they did not have the leadership skills necessary for the position. So as I began to get closer and closer to retirement, Brian kept saying we ought to find a way to do something about this. This led to a series of conversations shortly after I retired with CIOs from most of the Ivy Plus institutions, and that in turn led to the development of the IT Leaders Program. At this point, some 8 years after the program began in 2004, we have approximately 1,500 alumni coming to us from 25 universities. These universities are principally the leading research universities in the United States. The program that we offer is designed around 4 tracks. There are a series of workshops, some individual development experiences, some applied learning activities, followed on by collaborative peer-to-peer relationships that last well beyond the program. The design of the program is purposeful. It is constructed to maximize each individual's development for the longer term.
One of the things that you're starting to embark on is a new leadership program. It's a different kind of leadership program than what you've probably done before. Many of the times you go to programs that give you good information, their interest engagement, and you walk away. What you need to think about this program is not only is it the duration, but it's also the personal engagement. You learn all there is to be about being a leader. However, it becomes very personal very quickly. You set your own goals in relation to your job and career aspirations, and that's what makes this program very unique and helpful to you as the individual.
The workshops take place over a 9-month period. This gives us an opportunity to have applied learning time between the sessions. The conceptual framework is designed so that the presenter is really the guide. It's the participation and it's the interactive part of this that really embeds these lessons. The key topics within the workshop are strategic thinking, differentiating between managing, leading, and doing, learning how to be a coach instead of just a director and an advisor. We also talk about leading change and how we don't have to be a victim of change, but we really can facilitate change and be an effective change master.
The way I am experiencing the MOR Associates IT Leadership Program is that they have packaged the most applicable tools and techniques that I am able to apply back in the workplace very quickly, which was very evident to the leadership and to my staff.
Very important, I think, for when you attend these sessions to not hold back, be a part of it. The MOR instructors are very informative.
So I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the individual development track that's really the cornerstone of any of the programs we do here at MOR Associates. Specifically, each of the leadership programs begins with a 360-degree feedback assessment. And it's from this assessment that we'll look specifically at goals and objectives that we'll set and we'll meet, and how those are met with the help and the guidance and really the support of the coach. And a coach, really a leadership coach throughout the program, serves as a cornerstone that makes the MOR Associates programs that much different than anything else you'll experience. It's the combination of the classroom-based environment, this individual development plan with the coach being central to that, that helps take leaders from the current state of where they are to the future state of the leaders that they want to be.
One of the great things about this program is you get a lot of tools and techniques to put in your toolbox to use for your personal leadership journey and back at home. One of the things I did was, in session 1, we learned about how to give proper feedback and creating a context by which feedback was safe and productive. I took that and the techniques learned back to my management group at Stanford, and we instituted a culture of feedback where we role-played how to give feedback, what's the best way to use feedback towards progressing an idea or resolving a conflict.
I want to talk about the applied learning track. I think it's one of the most exciting parts of the MOR program. You don't just stop at the end of the workshop, put the book back on the shelf, and then wait for the next workshop. There's a lot to do in between. And it's not so much additional work as part of it's the way you do your work. So you have opportunities to work with your manager to apply the things you've learned. You have coaching sessions. You have sometimes project teams or other affinity groups that have work to do. And primarily what you have is a platform to apply everything that you're learning.
One of the concepts that I really like about the ITLP program is the fact that it's spread out over several months, and it really allows us to take the concepts that we're learning and also tools that we're actually getting access to and utilize those, and then come back to the class and maybe the next session and to really focus on the development of myself as an individual leader and using the tools that we're learning.
We are told by clients that trust and collaboration get established quickly in these programs, and that is no accident. The design of the program is purposeful, putting considerable emphasis on working together, learning from each other, leaning on each other. Workshops are collaborative explorations with discussion and group work and peer coaching and the theme of community threaded throughout the program. All these elements and more lend themselves to extending the learning experience well beyond the program close date. And as we talk about in the program, relationships become like currency for getting things done in your organization going forward.
The return on investment of this program is incredible. I now have a connection with 60 IT leaders from across the nation that will never stop giving back to me. And I plan to shamelessly call upon them whenever needed.
So I found the program to be very beneficial from a couple of different perspectives. I think one of the real key ones is around the use of the network, the folks that are in the program and the cohort, and the ability to bounce ideas off of them. It really is a microcosm of the IT organizations back at our universities. And so the ability to reach out to them, get ideas, and new ways to think about things is very, very beneficial.
So I reached out to a peer who had been through it the year before. We sat down for about an hour and he told me all about the coaching and the various kinds of assignments that we'll be involved in and all of the value that comes out of being involved in the network, get the kinds of advice you can get from coaches, and all of the tools and resources that come with ITLP. And if you don't have somebody at your own university who's been through ITLP, you can just contact MOR Associates and they'll hook you up with somebody who has.
I highly recommend you unplug, really spend your time during the program, at the program, and not thinking about work. So use your coaching sessions to continue to keep focused on those issues as well as your own individual goals. It can be transformational and lead you places you didn't even mean to go that are really helpful.
What we also do as part of this program is work with a cohort group of people from your own institution. We meet every 2 weeks on our campus to discuss lessons learned and what we've brought back to our campus. In addition, the sponsorship of our CAO is very important. After each session, we meet with him to debrief and let him know what's of value and share our experiences and what can be of value to the overall management team.
I hope you found that to be informative. We look forward to working with you and learning with you in these months ahead. And I hope you make this a transformational experience for you. Thank you for your interest, and we look forward to the months ahead.